everyone. So I'm going to be doing a deep stretch class today on the front of the hips, the sides, and the anterior part of the hips. So again, like with any deep stretch class, it's slow and it's tedious, but just try to stay with your breath. I'm going to turn my timer on just before I forget. Hang on 1 second. So, again, like I said, it's slow, tedious. You want to come out of the positions. You may be stiff and tight and your mind possibly all over the place. But just hang in there. Stay with me. Let's create these long holds for the glutes and the hip flexors to really get in there and open some of these muscles up. I'm dealing with a pulled muscle in my back, which possibly has to do with the tightness in my hips. So, from work that I've been doing. So, anyways, without further ado, let's come into our breath. Crossing the right leg over the left, lifting up nice and tall, drawing in the belly, and exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Exhaling the tension out through the mouth. And inhale, lift the head over to the left. And then back to center. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the head, and exhale, drop it back. And then come back to center. Big circles to the right. So just keep circling the head to the right. Sorry about that. I had to shut out the TV. And reverse the direction of the head. And back to center. All right, so let's go ahead and with the right leg crossed, remember you can always place your foot out in front. We're going to come forward. And I'm going to go slow because my back's a little stiff, but I'm making circles. So I'm going to come forward and just breathe through any tension that you may have. If there's a lot of tension in that area, any area, go ahead, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shift forward. And I'm going to release my elbows onto a block. Let's hold this position. Again, remember to stay with your breath. Use it as sort of a meditation of sorts. So I like to use the Ujjayi breath. That's the tip of the tongue. It curls up behind the two front teeth, and I'm drawing the air in through the nose and down the back of the throat. It just turns on the parasympathetic nervous system, your relaxation response. Okay, and then inhale, lift, and we're going to switch positions. Let's go over to the left. If you can rest on your elbows, rest on your elbows. Remember, you can always make use of your chair. So if you have chairs, you could have your head on your chair. All right, and then walk it back in. Okay, I'm going to place my hands on the knees, roll the spine to the wall behind, and then inhale forward and up. Exhale, roll it back. Inhale forward and up. And now let's twist to the left, looking over that left shoulder. And back to center. Now let's bring our right hand 6 inches from your right hip. You can place your elbow on the block. I'm a little tight there. Okay, sweep that left arm up and over. Bend the elbow into the rib cage and breathe. Really try to send your chest forward, the arm back. Do your best to relax your neck. And then inhale, lifting up. All right, let's go ahead. Actually, let's just stay with the same hip. Let's bring that left leg under and your right leg on top, okay? You can slide something under your bum, like a block or a blanket. It'll lift you up a little bit higher so you can sweep that leg around. The other option that you have is to extend that leg out, okay? Those are two options, and if you're still not feeling much here, then I want you to come back into cross-legged position. But this time you'll bring the feet a little bit further away from you. So coming into the position. Breathing, so we're gonna hold this one 2 minutes. So if you need to, you can come out. And remember, you can always lie on your back, crossing your right leg over the left, and placing the strap behind your hamstrings. So deep breaths, keep rooting down through that right sits bones. So try to relax your face, soften your eyes. If you're feeling some tension or tightness or pain possibly, let's just try to relax, back out a little bit, lengthen your breaths. As you feel your hip release, you can keep coming forward. You can also be resting on your chair. Okay, and then inhale, lift. We're going to plant that right hand and twist to the right. Every inhale extending up to the crown of your head. Every exhale twisting in a little bit deeper. And then back to center. So we're going to release that right hand down to the mat or forearm to block, your choice. I'm going to use my hand. Sweep that left arm up and over. let's just release the spine, twist to the left. Excuse me. And then back to center. So we're going to unwind. We're going to come into fire log pose or Agnistalamba. So you're stacking the shins and your feet are away from your body. So remember, you can always have crossed ankles, but then bring your ankles away from your body, okay? Your foot can be at your calf, but flex those feet. Lift nice and tall. Exhale, come forward. Breathing into that right glute. So try to release the tension through the exhales. Almost there. Stay with me. Keep pinching the shoulder blades in the back body, reaching that chest forward. Okay, and then inhale, let's go ahead and lift and release. So we're going to take that, we're going to take that right foot out in front, left foot. Sorry, my feet are dirty, I've been gardening. So about one and a half feet, your feet need to be 1.5 feet from your glutes. You're going to lift your toes and drop your knees to the right. And then back up, over to the left. Keep dropping the knees, flexing the feet. And back up to the right. And then to the left. And back up to the right. And now to the left. All right, very good. Let's just, let's go into the other side. So left foot, cross the legs, bring the knees in, bring your ankles in, lifting up nice and tall. I'm just gonna make a few circles. Back's a little tight, so just go slow or fast. Nice deep breaths. Stay with your breath. And then back up. So I'm going to come straight down through the center, breathing into the hips. Now I'm going to shift over to the left, In, now to the right, sorry. To the right. Nice deep breaths. Breathe into that left hip, let it go. Okay, and inhale, lifting back up. Place your hands on your knees. Let's roll the spine to the wall behind. And inhale, lifting up. Nice and gentle. Go slow. Inhale up. Exhale, roll it back. And forward and up. All right, so left hand 6 inches from your hip. You can release your forearm on a block. Lift the right arm up. Breathing into that right side. Let it go. So watch the tension in the neck. Release the neck. And then back to center. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and bring that left leg on across. Stacking the knees, bringing the feet away from the hips. Lifting up nice and tall. Let's exhale, come forward. You know the modifications. You can prop yourself up on something, extend your right foot. You can also be on your back in this position, crossing that left leg over, and then place your strap behind your hamstrings and pull them to your chest. Pull your knees to your chest. So here we go, coming forward as far as you can. If you're tight, just allow things to relax. Give it some time. Okay, inhale, lift, and place that left hand out. Sweep your right arm up and over. Job. All right, Agni Stalamba. We're going to stack the shins for square pose. Remember, you can just have your ankles stacked, but move them away from your pelvis. If you do have your shins stacked, make sure you're flexing your feet. And then exhale, let's come forward. Okay, and then inhale, let's lift back up. And let's just do a twist to the left. And back to center. All right, let's unwind the legs. All right, feet out in front. Lift your toes. Let's exhale, go to the left. And to the right. And to the left. And to the right. And then back to center. Good job. All right. We're going to move into the dragon series. This is for the front of the hips. So, because we're going to be holding these postures, or each variation of the dragon series we're holding for 1 minute, you might consider placing a blanket under your back knee, just to take some of the weight off of the back knee. I mean, as far as the kneecap hurting. So we're going to start with the hands on the block, and I like to time these so that each one is held for the same amount of time. What I need you to do is place your left ankle underneath your knee. Your hands can be up on a block, or you can have your hands down on your mat. It's your choice, but extend your chest forward and up. If you have any back pain, squeeze that right glute. Okay, from here we're going to come all the way up to the knee. So you can press into your knee with both hands and lift and push back, or you can modify by having that right hand on a block. But we're trying to reach up out of the waist and push back. Nice deep breaths. Relax those shoulders. Okay, next variation, we're going to back out, then come all the way down to our elbows. In this position, you want to make sure that you're leaning more towards the left than the right. Okay, strong tummy as you lift. Big stretch on that hip flexor. All right, now turn the toes out to the left, 45 degrees. I'm going to flex my foot and push or come onto the outside or the knife edge of my foot, gently pushing that knee open, breathing into the, let's see, adductor. Almost there. And then back out. So the last one is the dragon splits. You're going to bring your left foot as far forward as you can. Your right leg as far back as you can. You can always support with a block. You can have your hands on a block. So just come as far forward as you can. Make sure that you're able to breathe. Okay, with the strong tummy, try to come out as gracefully as you can. Plant your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Lift and push back. Keep lifting in your tummy. You can pedal out the feet. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to bring our right knee to our right wrist, setting up for pigeon pose. Again, you could be on your back in a figure four, so coming down to your elbows. Those of you that have knee pain, you'd want to be on your back with that foot flex. And you can have your foot against the wall or you can thread the needle, but just make sure your head's down on your mat. All right, deep breaths. Hips are responsive to the breath, so breathing deeply. Rest your forehead on something just to slow down the thoughts. Squeeze the knees towards one another. Okay, very strong tummy. Engage from the tummy, lift. And we're gonna draw back. Go ahead and pedal out the feet. And then we're gonna sweep our right foot again back towards the right hand. But this time we're coming into our lunges, okay? So right ankle under the knee, hands on the floor or your block or a chair. And breathe, just settle in. Try to keep your attention on your breath. If your wrists are giving you problems, you can always come up on your knuckles. Okay, we're going to come up to the knee. You can modify by having one hand on a block or bring both hands to your knee and lift up out of the waist and push back. Remember to flex your left glute if you're feeling it in your back. Try to sink as much as you can into that right hip, but still lift up out of the waist so you feel that in the psoas. Okay, strong tummy and pull back. Let's come down to our elbows. Lean strongly to the right. All right, very good. Let's take our left hand out to the left. Turn your toes on your right foot to the right, just 45 degrees. Push your knee over your toes. I'm on the knife edge of my foot, trying to get into that inner hip. Wow, it's tight. So deep breaths. This is looking like it's going to be a long minute for me. But I'm just going to try to concentrate on my breath. Okay, slowly but surely back out and moving to the dragon splits. Right leg forward, left leg back. Come in as deeply as you can. Make sure your breath is deep. Okay, with a strong core, let's bring that right leg back and go ahead and back out. Whew, that was tough. All right, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift, push back. You can pedal out the feet. We're gonna come into pigeon pose on the left side. So bringing your left knee to your left wrist. Okay. Remember, you can also have your left leg on a chair and have your head on the back of the chair. That's always an option as well. You can also be on your back in figure 4. But let's go ahead and come forward. Rest your forehead on something. And settle in. So deep breaths here, really get the breath into that hip. All right, very nice. Let's go ahead and lift. Strong tummy. Draw back. Go ahead and push those hips back. You can pedal out your feet. And then release. All right, so I'd like to end with the iron cross. Get a little bit more of that piriformis. So you're going to take your strap or whatever sort of strappy thing you have, belt, dog leash, rope. Let's go ahead and lie onto your back. This will be enough. You'll place the strap on the ball of your foot. Remember this one, keep your hip down away from your rib cage. Slide the left hand up the strap and bring the leg across. Whew. Deep breaths. Breathe into the back. Okay, strong core as you lift. Bring the leg up. Let's reset our hips, so lift your hips up. And then place them back down. Place your hands on your knees. Let's just circle a little bit. Oh, yeah. And then place the strap on the left foot. Getting that left hip away from your rib cage, anchoring with the right foot, and bring the left leg all the way across. If your neck permits, you can look out to the left. Deep breaths here. Let it go. Okay, strong tummy as you lift. Lift that leg. And reset the hips. Lift them up. Place them back down. Knees into the chest. Let's circle again. And then coming into happy baby pose. Pull the knees alongside the rib cage. You can roll from side to side if your back is feeling okay with it. Mine is not today, so deep breaths. Just let the tension go. Let the tightness go. And then release. So I'm going to take Shavasana with legs up the wall, but I'm going to use my little peanut guy here. So just to sort of massage that back. So the easiest way to get into legs up the wall without scooting and choking yourself with your shirt is to place your hips on the wall and drop right down to your shoulder. Okay. Now I'm going to lift my hips and place that peanut just it's sort of on the sacrum, but it's just where I'm hurting right now. So it's your choice if you're using the peanut. Nice deep breaths. If it's too much, you may have to slide your feet down the wall. Let's see here. There we go. So just relax. Those of you who aren't using a peanut, legs up the wall. Go ahead and slide our feet down the wall, over to the right or to the left. Strong tummy as you lift. And just come into any comfortable seated position. Draw your hands to your heart. I wish you peace, happiness, and good health. Namaste. Enjoy your day, guys.